Welcome to AI Pixels, where art and technology converge to ignite your curiosity. Prepare to be amazed and inspired. These extreme animal skills will surprise you. Have you ever wondered how a tiny shrimp can create a bubble hotter than the surface of the sun? Or what kind of creature masquerades as a snake? Today, we're diving deep into the wonders of the animal kingdom to explore some truly extraordinary skills and adaptations. Stay tuned for mind-blowing footage of bombardier beetles, octopuses, and more. Let's get started. Number 1. Boxer crab. Meet this little hero in a vast world full of animals 100 times larger, from which it usually has to defend itself. This, dear friends, is the boxer crab, which just landed a punch on this pufferfish. Now you probably think it hurt from the blow. But the reality is different. It has rather been stung. That's because the crab's boxing gloves are actually sea anemones it holds in its claws. If you follow the channel, you probably know that their tentacles contain a cocktail of stinging cells called nematocysts, which can deliver a painful sting. Research by National Geographic shows that these little crabs can steal anemones from other conspecifics and even encourage them to split and reproduce on their pincers. This makes the boxer crab the only animal on the planet that forces another to reproduce asexually. Number 2. Exploding ants. Some time ago, a species of ant that explodes was discovered in the deep jungles of Borneo. As strange as it sounds, exploding ants actually sacrifice their lives to protect the colony from attackers. It turns out that the explosion itself isn't the primary weapon, but rather the sticky, corrosive, yellowish goo that covers the enemy. Scientists say the strange secretion smells like curry. When the colony senses an intruder, guards with the exploding ability go to defend, and if things get heated, they violently contract their abdominal muscles, rupturing their body and spraying the toxic goo. Unfortunately, this action kills them. They sacrifice themselves for the good of the colony. Number 3. Termites. Some species of termites have evolved a defense mechanism that turns them into walking chemical weapons. These termites possess a specialized gland within their bodies that produces a toxic, blue crystal-like substance. When attacked or bitten by a predator, this gland ruptures, releasing the chemical onto the attacker. This noxious goo not only repels the enemy but also begins to slowly dissolve its exoskeleton or skin, making for a rather unpleasant surprise. So, it's definitely best not to mess with these tiny but formidable soldiers. Number 4. Wombats. Wombats leave stinky cube-shaped bombs. This animal on your screens is called a wombat and lives in the southern regions of Australia. Don't worry, it's not poisonous like many animals there, but it has developed a very interesting territorial mechanism. Wombat feces are among the few, if not the only ones, that are cube-shaped. The reason for this is that the flat sides of the feces make them less likely to roll away, allowing wombats to better mark their territory with scent. You see, wombats mark the perimeter of their territory with feces and an undeniably pungent smell, literally creating stinking walls to deter rivals. Their digestive system processes the grass they've eaten for a full 2 weeks, and thanks to their long intestines and specialized muscles in their intestines, the feces are extruded in these cubed shapes instead of the usual round ones. This is yet another proof that nature uses geometry for all kinds of purposes. Wombats can produce up to 100 cubes every day, regularly refreshing the scent markers. Number 5. Sea cucumbers. Sea cucumbers have a surprising defense mechanism. As a last resort when threatened, sea cucumbers can expel their internal organs, including their intestines and respiratory tree, cuvarian tubules, through their anus. This sticky, sometimes toxic mess can entangle and deter predators. If the predator isn't too hungry, the sea cucumber will survive, and the expelled organs will regenerate over time. Number 6. Blanket octopus. The blanket octopus steals toxic weapons. Usually, octopuses spend their lives on the ocean floor, looking for food or resting in their dens. However, the blanket octopus is different. The female has a web-like membrane between its arms that can extend up to 2 meters in length. This type of octopus rarely touches the bottom and can drift with the current for years, feeding on other marine inhabitants. The most interesting thing happens when the octopus encounters a Portuguese man-o'-war, a venomous siphonophore often mistaken for a jellyfish. The octopus fearlessly grabs it and tears off its tentacles, which contain potent venom. It then uses these stolen tentacles as weapons for defense against predators. The blanket octopus is immune to the poison, so it can wield them without harm. Interestingly, the scientists who discovered this behavior were actually attacked with such tentacles when the octopus tried to defend itself. Number 7. Cooking bees. Bees can cook intruders alive. When threatened by the giant Asian hornet, bees employ a fascinating defense tactic. They swarm around the hornet, vibrating their bodies to generate heat. This creates a thermal bee ball with temperatures reaching up to 47 degrees Celsius, essentially cooking the hornet to death. The bee's wing flapping generates this intense heat, and they risk their own lives this way, but they are more resilient to the high temperatures than the hornets. Number 8. Motyxia Millipedes. Meet Motyxia, a genus of bioluminescent millipedes found in California. When threatened at night, they light up like a bulb thanks to bioluminescence. This serves as a warning to hungry predators, as the millipedes produce cyanide, a potent poison. Motyxia reaches only 5 to 6 centimeters in length, and a predator would need to eat quite a few to feel the effect of the poison. Number 9. Birds shooting vomit. Quick warning, this part is a bit gross. If you're eating, you might want to pause. Some bird species, like certain gulls and vultures, defend themselves by projectile vomiting stomach acid at their enemies. Birds maintain high acidity in their stomachs to digest all kinds of food, even carrion. In life-threatening situations, these birds can eject this acidic vomit from their mouths. Some gulls can accurately shoot vomit up to 2 meters away, coating the feathers of predatory birds and hindering their flight. The turkey vulture employs the same strategy when threatened. Their stomach acids are 100 times more acidic than ours and even stronger than the liquid in car batteries. You definitely don't want that on your skin or in your eyes. Number 10. Bombardier Beetle. The Bombardier Beetle, found in South Africa, has a unique defense mechanism. It can shoot a boiling hot, noxious chemical spray from the tip of its abdomen directly into the face of an attacker, deterring predators much larger than itself. The beetle has 2 separate chambers in its abdomen that store different chemicals. When threatened, it mixes these chemicals, causing a reaction that heats the mixture to near boiling point and propels it out with explosive force. The spray is not only hot but also contains irritating compounds. Even for humans, it can be unpleasant, causing skin irritation and eye inflammation. This beetle is a prime example of an animal using chemical warfare for survival. Number 11. African Crested Rat. The African crested rat is a unique rodent that actively seeks out a poisonous plant, known as Acacanthera skimperi, and chews on its bark. It then applies the toxic saliva to specialized hairs on its flanks, creating a defense mechanism against predators. The rat seems to have some resistance or immunity to the plant's toxin, but the exact mechanism is still being studied. Number 12. Hawk moth caterpillar. This large caterpillar usually looks quite ordinary. However, when provoked, it can transform its entire body within seconds to resemble a snake, scaring away predators. It is considered to have one of the best camouflages in the animal kingdom. The caterpillar's rear end swells up and features eye-like markings, creating the illusion of a snake's head. Its body markings also resemble scales. It can even inflate further, making the eyes appear more prominent. While the caterpillar is entirely harmless, predators don't know that and are quickly deterred. Well, this is it. So folks, that's our whirlwind tour of some of the most extraordinary defense mechanisms and survival tactics in the animal kingdom. From exploding ants to heat-generating bees, nature never ceases to amaze us with its ingenuity. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the animal world, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future explorations of the weird and wonderful creatures that share our planet. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.